The Whiskey Brothers.
Welcome, everyone, to the Whiskey Brothers podcast. Hi, episode 1066, the end of October. That's Jerry Wayne Longmire. That's Tre Tutson. I'm Slade Ham. Sam Damaris has the night off.
Yeah.
We left a mighty button.
That was
the world's
hilarious.
simplest robot in
And
place of him.
Raise a glass. Solidarity to our boy. He's good. He's just not around this weekend, handling some personal business. We
Also, cheers. I mean, rest in peace, Suzanne Summers. Right?
Oh my God, childhood boners.
I was a Pentecostal when them Thigh Master commercials come out, and that was the closest thing to porn I'd ever seen. And that lady provided me with a lot of entertainment on restless afternoons.
Did you not see her Three's Company shorts?
I wasn't allowed to watch that.
Oh, that's where I found her.
Pentecostals were pretty sure Ritter was a homosexual.
That was the whole gig. That was
Yeah,
show.
they fell for it.
The show tricked the Pentecostals and Mr. Furley.
That's right. The Pentecost church is mostly Mr. Furley.
That's hysterical. Hawaiian shirts. I wish it had held some snakes.
Yeah.
Cheers to all of you. We're back on some Colorado whiskey, Deer Hammer from our good friend Nate. We have other whiskey from our good friends all over the world and country. There's new whiskey out from Old Humble Distilling Company. There's so much to drink.
There's always something to
Deer
drink.
hammer. That sounds like the most ineffective way to hunt.
It's
You got your deer hammer? Come on, let's go, boy.
Deer
I'm
hammer.
gonna be honest. That might be the only hunting that sounds fair. That's the
Deer hammer.
yeah. You should have to sneak up on it and whack it with a hammer.
Okay. Is it we talking up close or you can like javelin this fucking
You
thing?
can throw the hammer.
You can toss a
Okay.
hammer.
You can throw the
Okay.
hammer,
Boy,
knowing
boy,
that once
boy.
you throw the hammer, the
Yeah.
hammer has been thrown.
Yeah, that's right.
It's stored. It don't come back.
Yeah.
Don't come back. Yeah.
There's no retrieving it.
Boy, reach off in that truck, give me my deer hammer. I see one in the right of way right now.
Yes. That to me seems. I was laughing about that. The way you know how I was just dry. I just got back from New York. I was up there for the weekend.
Oh, I didn't know
And-
you went. Oh, fuck.
Dude, I went up.
Oh,
it's
shit.
I didn't go to the city. I was in the city for lunch yesterday.
Okay.
But I was in the Catskills. I went out and watched Neil Gaiman, my favorite author on the planet.
Neil Gaiman, American Gods.
American Gods, The Ocean at the End of the Lane. There's so
Didn't
many.
he do
Coraline-
comic book stuff
Coraline
too?
Sandman.
Okay, yeah,
is
yeah,
him.
okay.
My favorite author on the planet. And he was doing a series of lectures at Bard College, and I caught the last two. They're all on writing, and they're all. It was the most extraordinary 4 hours of listening to a human being talk in my entire life. And
Okay.
yeah,
That's looking great.
it was mesmerizing. I know. Look at you guys.
No, it's fine.
Flew to New
No,
York to listen to
yeah.
a dude talk about books. That's
Fucking nerd, dude. God damn.
I'm pretty sure this
there's a lot of shit that gives away nerd, but that tops Yoda fucking dolls.
I feel like
right?
I feel like
I
this is
caught a
intellectual
flight.
bullying, and I don't even know how, but I don't like it.
You caught a flight to hear a dude talk about books, and it wasn't a funeral. That's usually the only time you go like, hey, he's gonna do a eulogy or some shit, and he's gonna bring up the Bible. With
He
his
waited
books.
until we told him what we did over the weekend.
Yeah.
And then he pops this shit out. Well, I gotta think of something better than that.
Yeah.
Oh, you cleaned your garage?
need to- it
I
sound
listened
like
to
you
a
need
guy
to-
talk for 4 hours about a comic book. So,
I'm
the
surprised
fuck
you
you
didn't
know.
ask to borrow one of our glasses to fucking reveal this. Well, actually, guys.
I'm gonna get some of my
Actually-
own fake glasses.
well, actually,
Well, actually, fellas. I
no,
caught a flight to
that's
hear
where
a
Sam
lecture.
is. He's still listening to Neil. So
Yeah, he's on hour 18.
that guy's on that.
It was.
My fucking accent wouldn't let me get there quick enough.
on hour 18.
Sometimes talking this slow sucks.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, the thought's
Yeah.
already there. Trey beat me. Fuck.
Subject matter is parentheses.
Trey's
Work.
faster than me in a lot of ways, y'all.
They had to go through your molasses.
Running, walking.
Well, enough making fun of my weekend. That was extraordinary.
No, what do you learn?
Here's the
You learned that Neil
Yeah,
has
spread the
written a
news.
lot of books.
Yeah, like we don't got time to kill.
I learned who my friends are.
I learned
Slade,
who my
does-
favorite author is
Like,
for
does he
this
open the lecture
conversation.
with "Once Upon a Time"?
It was the way he said it's my favorite author like 3 times, like we were just supposed to know that shit.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
motherfucker, I don't even know what your favorite breakfast food is.
You know,
Motherfucker.
all right. So Better news.
My
Can
favorite
we
Arthur.
do something better this week that happened?
Better
that will have happened
news.
by the time this comes out.
Okay.
The release of Andy Huggins' early bird special.
I have been helping Andy TikTok.
It is extraordinary. Did he not? He hit like 1.3 million views on something
Well, the trailer.
instantly.
Fucking awesome.
And it's just, here's the cool part about it. For those of you who have not been following along at home, way back about a year ago, we shot and produced a special for our good friend Andy Huggins, one of the old Outlaw comics. He's a 74-year-old man. He sits on a stool. He tells jokes.
Tell the story like you learned it at the lecture.
It's
Well,
What is this boring shit? He's like 73. No.
to properly tell
Let's
this
start
story.
this over. In a world.
To properly tell this story in 4 hours, we got to go back to 1975.
Exactly. Sir.
There was a young drunk,
every
prideful young man named Andy. He was a spirited fella.
every comment on Andy's on that TikTok, 1,000 of them, is positive.
That's
It
great.
is. I don't see that on the internet ever. Like, nobody says, just go ahead and die. You're probably Republican. Nobody looks at him and says any of that shit. They just go, this is funny.
Yeah, no,
It's-
that's
I told him he contacted me right after you did, and he's like, "Man, I need some help, some guidance, Jerry." And I was like, "All right." So we kind of went through it, and he was talking to me about interaction. I go, "The best thing in the world you can do is interaction, but it has to be real, and it's exhausting and it takes time." I said, "But what I do is I pretty much just give everybody a like as long as they're saying something positive and they're not being a rude jackass. If anybody's being a rude jackass, I delete them unceremoniously and never think about it again in life. And then for the people that say something interesting, I'll go and reply to them, say, more than just a nice or this is awesome or whatever. The people who say something that's interesting, I'll go and say something to them. I said, bro, those kids trip out because I'm a 46-year-old dude that interacts with them. They are going to fucking love you, bro. You're the piebald that talks to them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
most guys your age don't want to talk to a Gen Z or a millennial. We should. That's the thing. Like, boomers are having a time right now. But they just call everybody millennials. That's like, and I'm like,
You're 3 generations off.
I'm like, millennials are like in their 40s now. I'm married to a millennial.
Yeah, there's like a Y and a Z now.
Yeah. like the kids you're bitching about are not the.
Yeah. The trilogy's over.
Yeah. These are the kids of the kids of your kids. know.
Millennials have it tough. That's I think they're the ones.
They have Rob Mungle said something incredibly insightful one time, and it struck me because it was so that everybody was griping about the millennials. He goes, "We're lucky they're not paying attention." Because if they were, they would have caved our heads in a long time ago like they should have. They outnumber us.
Yeah.
I have a weird here's why I think boomers are having such a hard time. Not just because of old age, because I watched my grandparents who were silent generation, the greatest generation, go through old age, and they didn't struggle. Yeah, things were more expensive, and they bitched about it, blah, blah, blah. But the boomer generation, if you think about it, this is just my little weird theory. When they came along, every industry was created for them.
Okay.
It was the first time there was that much population of babies, so there became a diaper industry. And it was the first time there was that many population of kids, so there became a toy industry. And all these industries were, their whole lives, television has been to sell them stuff.
That's right.
Everything has been directed at them. Nobody gives a fuck about Gen X. There's 5 of us, and we don't care about shit. but boomers, everything has been directed at them. Up until the last 5 years, they're not the demographic with the most money in their pockets anymore. And they're not the buying power demographic anymore. So the first time, I think why they're struggling so bad in the last 5 years, fighting and raging against everything, is because for the first time,
it's not about them.
nobody's trying to sell them shit. No.
Well, is this okay?
Except art memberships
That's
and stuff,
Yeah.
Is this compounded
like
by the fact that they're having to, because if they're at the end of like the generation, right? That's the oldest generation right now.
Okay.
The way our
that and our politicians,
yeah.
who somehow are still our grandparents' age, like our original grandparents.
Don't forget about Generation Congress.
Think about the fact that, like, our grandparents, how much technology changed over the course of their adult life, right? Like, most shit stayed the same. It was toasters, and maybe the microwave came around, so you didn't have to just use the cast iron skillet.
Cars got more vacuum lines.
But
That was about it.
Now you got, yes, I don't know what that means, but I think it's right.
Chicken nose, I'm right.
I was using him as part of my justification for agreeing with you. But isn't that like this generation has had? I mean, they've seen
The internet.
not just the whole internet, but they've listened to music on 7 different devices.
Yeah.
It's people that have heard music on 8-track, on cassette, on record, on cassette, on CD, on MP3, and now streaming. It's like
People that grew up in a knowledge-based society that was based on everybody just knows
oh yeah,
are having to deal with people that have a magic box in their pocket that actually has the answers.
yes. It's what I said back in the day. If I told you I knew something at a bar, your options were agree with me or
call you
fucking
full of
leave.
shit. Yeah,
That was it.
Yeah.
That was it. Just what?
But now they tell their millennial grandchild something, who's 40, by the way, and they go, "No, that's not true at all. That's never been true."
Well, that's when your whole belief system gets called. Like, I think this young generation, right? They're fluid in a lot of ways. Like, not just gender and progressive thought and all that other bullshit, but like the way what they're exposed to changes so fast, and what's real changes so fast. Like, it's almost impossible. The instant you cling on to something, you're like swept back in the current, and you're instantly 100%. One of these old people going, well, what about the good old days?
Exactly.
And like I said before, the good old days had good old days too. That's how you know.
You get every week to have your turn at being a boomer. Because if something comes along, you're a boomer a week.
I'm not sending my kids to school and to learn how to work a 40-hour work week because I don't think they're ever going to do it.
Think about
my kids are learning how to use computers and do things nobody's ever thought of, and I'm like, my oldest kid's probably going to make a killing without ever leaving the house.
But it's like right now, if you're learning to code, right, that's like already obsolete. Yeah. A year ago, you were at the forefront of everything, and now it's like, oh no, robots do that for us. Yeah. It's what do? It's I can't imagine. I just tell jokes. These aren't going anywhere. I am set in my ways. There is no.
You keep using that AI shit. There'll be an AI Slade before we know it. Up with capitalism. I love Neil Gaiman. Let's go listen to somebody talk for 4 hours. That's a good weekend.
Ain't nobody gonna see that shit.
Let's fly 4 hours to listen to somebody talk for 4 hours.
I can't even. I'm seeing people scroll past certain TikTok videos, just if the person narrating, like if the voiceover.
You got
is
2
that
seconds.
AI sort of shit. Well, I'm seeing people just be like, I'm not fucking. Because
I do the same thing.
It's just garbage. It's just,
you
realize
won't believe what happened in this mall today.
Yeah.
Watch her react.
Yeah, it's the same kind of guy.
Or that gravelly voice guy.
You know that guy.
I work 60 hours a week, so blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Let's glorify every bullshit blue-collar job.
Mine's a black guy.
That's the thing I'm so sick of. I paint out cars for a living, and this needs to be like we can't keep glorifying you made a choice. You made a choice to take up a trade. Great. You probably make pretty good money at it. We also don't need to worship you on the internet and be thankful that we have painted cars. Somebody would do it.
Absolutely. We don't. Our lives are not meant to be televised like this. I feel sorry. If I was a child growing up in this generation, I feel so sorry for every kid that's got to go to the park and be put up on that slide 9 times until the photo's right, and then slide down like, bitch, I want a merry-go-round. Not yet. That's the third third station.
Dude,
we're gonna get to. Why can't you just play,
bro? Some of these mom content creators are they're coming out of the woodwork now. Their kids are effed up. That one, did you see the couple that adopted the kid and used it to make videos for 2 years and then decided they didn't want the kid anymore?
Fucking hilarious,
dude. It's insane.
No, you can't just bring a story like that. This is exactly what I'm talking about. These kids are not accessories.
Wow. It's gross.
You can't just get something.
That's why I don't have any good pictures of my kids, because we don't wait for that crap.
So many. My argument is that it's so many of us It's so many of us, 8 billion plus, whatever the fuck, right?
Uh-huh.
So many kids. Why would you not get a kid just to do that and then give it away?
It seems
If
like
you can
they're
adopt a kid.
It seems like the math is right for there to be enough kids to go around.
For everybody to take a turn.
Right.
Yeah.
We just
Well,
the children all go like
the social media platforms are demonetizing all the kid videos, so
Oh shit!
not sure that's gonna be a healthy.
well, I looked at my numbers and I think it's a good plan.
That is a
I'm
fucked up industry. Yo, that's raggedy.
Yeah, YouTube went.
Child
Okay,
labor?
we're not gonna pay you anymore for
Listen,
these.
man, you think Johnny wants to unbox $700 Legos 5 days a week?
And not get to play with them?
Absolutely not.
That's so
Nobody
funny.
wants to actually build the Death Star with their father.
Yeah.
You want to make cool shit with your Legos.
Yeah.
Bro, I offered to let my kid come out and destroy stuff with me in the driveway yesterday, and that lasted 8 minutes.
Oh, wow.
But that's all you need.
And he got bored with it and was like, all right, I'm going back in the
Yeah.
house.
It don't
I've-
take that long.
I found an old box of gunpowder,
Uh-huh.
and I looked up on the interwebs what to do with it, and they were like, call the police, and I ain't looking for that kind of attention, you know? So I
Or
don't
advice.
need them over there nosing around my garage to see what they can find. So then the other interweb said,
psychedelic
well, just
roaches.
burn it. So I poured I did JW.
Oh, yeah.
Lit it on fire. big peace sign in the driveway. Lit up. We had a good time with it.
Peace sign and gunpowder,
Yeah,
baby.
baby. That's the only way you get peace.
That's
Gunpowder and fire.
Fuck me.
Peace has a cost.
Hell yeah. All
I have
peace
heard.
has a cause. I can barely laugh, fellas. My
Sorry,
head.
you're all
yeah, what's
clogged
going on
up.
with you? You look, you're
I'm,
Sinuses, allergies.
dude, I'm fucked.
Weather
You already
change.
know how bad this shit is.
I know, every
We're
autumn.
breathing in all that R word. Oh, I don't want to say it, but can I say
You
rape
worried that's
seed?
what's going to mess us up?
Can I
No.
say rapeseed?
Yes, the
No,
the
they
yellow.
they put rapeseed in my avocado toast, and I definitely feel like I'm.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
It's canola.
Canola. I'm just like my head is
Put the
like
no in canola.
is fucking pounding. It's so bad.
Canola means canola.
Canola means canola.
I'm sorry you messed
Nah,
up, man.
I'm fucking fucked, and it's so bad. And god damn it.
All right. Well, before I dig into any more of your health issues, I
That's
want
all I have going.
It's so funny that there's nothing no about NOLA.
There's right. It's very yes. That took me to the NOLA. That's NOLA is in fact the seediest of the
Where no doesn't mean a thing.
the cities on the coast. Let's go from gunpowder to jars of gasoline. if I can make
Oh
the
yeah,
segue.
yeah, I tell you, it worked. I couldn't believe it worked.
JW tells me he's got a jar of gasoline. Where did
I
you
filmed it. It's on my Facebook. Or no, it's on my TikTok. Y'all want to go look.
what's the advice here? Is this
So
a
I
backyard?
saw Rachel showed me a TikTok video.
Hillbilly
It was
hack.
a compilation of them where people were going up like a wasp nest, and it's got all
Uh-huh.
the wasps.
The
and
kid one got
yellow
no money
jackets
for
on
it.
And you take a clear jar and pour some gasoline in it, and it just
Hold
up
it
over
up
the
there.
nest, and the wasps get the vapors and
Where the
fall
fuck
down
did-
into
Wait,
the
where'd you
gasoline.
find gasoline from?
Well, I had some in a jug in my garage.
Why?
Why
'Cause
not?
I got
Not like that, but I'm just confused.
No, I got
that-
lawnmowers and
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
He has like actual shit.
and
I was
chainsaws and shit. Yeah.
Just,
I had to have gas.
just gasoline.
Siphoned it out of the car.
Yeah, I didn't know what.
And the Yukon's broke down, but I can sit out there and smoke weed in it and have AC, so I like to put gas in it.
That's hilarious.
Ah.
That is.
It's an air conditioned
funny
smoke shack. It's a
as
Texas hack, bro.
shit.
He is 3 feet outside the beltway and acted every mile of it.
It's almost like I moved back to Conroe. It's wild. Anyway, so
I can't laugh.
she shows me this video,
That's so
and
funny.
when they do it, the wasps they just fall right down like beep 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 beep. And I have bad reactions to wasp stings and shit. I hate wasps, so I was like, man, I got
Who loves them? Who's
got-
out there
yeah,
masturbating with wasps?
I seen, man, I used to work with some of the Mexican dudes on my crew.
They eat 'em.
They would walk up and grab a wasp nest just crunched up with a wasp in it, throw it on the ground and walk off. Go
Yeah.
do their, it's in the way of work.
Fucking
bro.
rub Corona in their hands.
That's
goes
work.
away.
It doesn't even sting them. They grab
even-
it so fast, crush them, they're dead.
Crazy.
They just walk off and go to work. So I've tried that. It does not bode well
So
for
you
me.
put the gasoline jar.
So I took the gasoline jar and I held my camera and watched it. I was like, all right, we're going to try this. And if it doesn't work, probably going to get some funny content out of it, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Gasoline
there's gonna be some
covered
money in
wasp
it.
stung content. How
Eating
much
me.
can you monetize that? Jesus Christ, what is wrong with the
Just
world?
don't have
So
any
I
kids
stuck
in
it up. I stuck it up there, And it wasn't working. I started panicking because they got pit. They're yellow jackets, not wasps, so they're a little stouter. And they got pissed. They were like shaking their like coming out. I was like,
I don't know, wasps would do.
I have fucked up. Fucking TikTok got me. You know,
TikTok
like this is how I'm gonna die because of TikTok.
Jerry.
I deserve this. If I die like this, I deserve to die
Yes,
like
you-
this.
yes.
And then they started dropping one by one down in the gasoline. I was like, oh shit. I pulled it down. I went over and showed it to Rachel. Look, I got a jar full of yellow jackets.
How'd you know when the nest was empty?
When I didn't see anymore, I just took a chance.
So that first buzz was them talking shit. This motherfucker brought some gas.
We've been through this
You
shit
a
before.
whole ass motherfucker. They was
Been
just
through
going
this
off.
shit
Well,
before.
what was funny, I didn't have a bunch of gas left in my can, so there's only a little bit at the bottom. I think that's why it didn't work as good because there wasn't
'cause
enough
there
vapor.
wasn't enough- Okay,
But
yeah.
it's like, they were like, oh, man, you come in here with this weak
he
ass
got
shit.
some weak-
Man, I thought we was going to party tonight.
I thought
Oh!
we was gonna have a good time.
You should
Hey,
glue
bitch.
the jar to the ceiling and
Glue it
shoot
to
it
the
with a
ceiling.
flaming arrow.
yeah,
And I think it kills them also.
yeah. I don't know if I would ever try it again, but I did do it once. I got it on video.
That's
So,
solid.
It was kind of cool. I
Well,
was
this-
like, hell yeah, man.
Is this gonna be
TikTok
your thing?
one,
When
Jerry.
does that go up?
One.
After what truckology?
what order? What
Yeah.
day of the week is
When
it?
is this
You want to
one?
hear something funny, man?
I'm ready.
One of my old friends, I reconnected with an old friend like I have not talked to in like 30-something years.
Yeah.
And I reconnected with
You
them
and Rachel
because
having a
they
threesome?
saw one of my truck astrology videos.
Okay.
And he goes, I just thought it was so funny when I saw it, and I realized you were making money off this because one time you looked me in the eye when you were drunk and told me, I really wish I could just get a job talking shit about trucks all day.
Oh, that's
And I was
so
like,
funny. And you did
You
it.
weirdly
I was like,
managed to do
I was like, oh, crap, I'm living the dream.
Damn.
You made it, Jerry.
I didn't realize.
As you set your bar
That's
for
funny as
success,
hell.
I'm guessing when you were 14.
Yeah, I
and
should set it a little
lived
higher.
Right up to it. That's-
Talk about trucks all day.
Damn. Whatever. There's worse things to do for a living. I've done most of them.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
You could be a
man.
wasp catcher. You know,
You
that's a
could be a
shitty
wasp.
job.
So you
Yeah.
starting a hack channel? You starting a hillbilly hack channel?
No, I just thought it was fun to do, and I wanted to capture it for prosperity in case it went wrong. Because I thought it'd be hilarious if it went wrong.
You
I mean,
don't-
for a little while.
You don't think that would catch on
How
There,
many?
it's just done to death. There's so
It's
much
done to
of it.
death?
Yeah. It's real common. It's
by
done.
you?
No, by other people. It's just really, not by me. You know,
I think if you
I put a spin on it. It's a little different.
exterminated animals once a week,
Oh boy, I got some dogs in my neighborhood.
listen,
I don't think
you
that
can
would
use
play
the
well
same
on the
jar
internet.
of gas.
Carter, Fido.
You can-
We're about to get fucked up. Climb in the back of this Yukon. Now I'm never coming back.
I'm never coming back. Oh shit.
Ha ha! Joke's on you. Transmission's out. Good luck.
You ain't even got to do anything. Just crank it up and lower the
Oh
garage
my
door.
god. You're stuck in gear 2. That's so fucking funny.
Yeah, man. No, I'm always, you know me, I'm always trying to look for something new to do. But there's nothing, I'll say this. There's a lot of things that have already been done, but it doesn't mean you can't take an approach to that of trying to do something better than you've seen it done before.
Correct.
Okay.
You know?
Correct.
It
So-
doesn't take, I don't think that takes away from what anybody else has done.
Right.
Is if you always, you know,
Is this your way of saying you're starting an extermination channel?
no, but you know, I was thinking about Ralphie
May?
in that aspect because Ralphie wasn't splitting atoms, but he was doing something better than anybody's ever done it before.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
not as original. It's I mean, like you can only do something out of nothing.
so many times,
Like
right?
yeah, with like basically no times.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
But okay, so
It's like the My
Just
Fair
like I was-
Lady and the Pygmalion theme. That's like
Yes.
in every freaking
Bro,
movie.
there's like
Yeah,
4
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
stories in the whole world.
I've always
Yes.
heard
There's
that.
like
Yes,
comedy,
yes,
tragedy,
yes.
romance, quest, and after that, I don't know. That's not some
There-
shit I learned at a lecture. Shut up.
oh, you
They're
oh,
also-
I sounded like it.
I wanted to head off any.
Sounded like hour 3 in.
head off any side road.
he learned that by reading the book he went to the lecture about.
Oh, that's what it was. Exactly. I didn't learn it at the lecture. I learned it on the plane ride back
I
from.
tried to
it.
get in front of it. The
Yeah.
dog pile anyway. There we go.
Yeah, he fucking totally couldn't wait to
Is
figure
it
that
safe
out.
to drink this?
Yeah. You also learned about protagonists.
No, I learned about posterity over prosperity.
Pros-
We won't even cover that from earlier. But
Oh,
carry on.
I don't understand like, have you ever protagonized anybody?
Well,
I've
be
antagonized the
good.
fuck out of some
Be good
people.
in their life.
Yeah.
Or be a hero for
Is
them.
that
they
what?
they protagonize
Yes.
people down at the Red Cross. They protagonize people
Yeah.
at I don't know.
I
never
thought
recognized.
protagonist was like in support of the antagonist.
No, so the protagonist is the hero.
Is the
in
hero.
in a story, but tagonist must be to do something.
The
The
most
person who
tagonist-
does something.
the
An
tagonist.
antagonist must be the person who does bad things, and the protagonist must be the person who does good. I am making this up.
Boy,
Pro and
I
anti.
really
well,
had
it's
to.
in the beginning of it's
Shut-
in the
see,
prefix of it.
Pro.
Anti.
Oh yeah.
It's literally in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought that meant he was in support of the antagonist. Like he was.
No.
Like you're doing a
Oh.
good ass job being
oh,
a dick,
like
dude.
the right hand man.
Yeah.
What? like the dude who dies right before the bad guy.
Yeah,
so
like man, you're
funny.
being a good ass job being a dick, bro.
Oh,
Good
like,
work.
Like the
Funny.
Minions.
Like, I hope you enjoyed that lecture. That was a good ass lecture, dog. I'm protagonizing you.
Yeah. No,
No, that's antagonization. That is for sure.
Yeah, that's
I don't know what
yeah.
protag means for shit.
Oh, you got to protagonize.
A
it.
protagonist
I
is
antagonized
like
The hero.
A pimp is a protagonist. Like,
Wait, he's a
by
pro.
his definition.
you. Oh.
No, a pimp is
Yeah, I definitely
pimp is-
thought pimps were
he's both.
protagonists.
A pimp is pro-antagonist.
Pro
That is totally different.
antagonist.
Totally
Price
different.
tagonist.
He's
It's
price
$50.
tagonist.
God damn it. He's a price tagonist.
Right, and she's a hotagonist.
She's a
These are
hotagonist.
totally different.
These are yeah. Play your part. You
Man,
know what I mean?
that's every character, every story needs a protagonist.
I agree. That's Suzanne Summers, Three's Company. That's-
Die master.
There's a white lady that died.
Yeah.
She did.
all
She
that-
was 77. It's a.
She was 77.
she's
But she
older-
has some
she might have been older
smoking
than
ass
that.
legs in 1980 and 4.
She might. She might have been
1980
older
and
than that.
4.
But she was like the '80s blonde
Yeah.
workout.
Oh, that era.
Kinda.
She was the hot girl in Three's Company.
She was an actress, but
Oh,
she was
okay, I'm
but she
familiar.
did the Thigh Master commercials.
Not that the
and
other girl wasn't hot, but she was just a
I
little
thought
mousy
Terry was
and
hotter.
different.
Not Janet.
Really?
Janet was the brunette. But when they replaced Chrissy, whatever her name was, Suzanne Summers'
Yeah,
character,
Chrissy.
with the other blonde, Terry, I was kind of.
I
a
don't
fan of
remember
hers.
her. I
Yeah,
must
she was
not.
later season.
I didn't see a lot of them though.
Anyway, yeah.
He was busy dreaming about trucks.
It was around the time Mr. Furley came in over Roper. Anyway, so I'm afraid to show my nerdism into anything deeper into this episode.
dude, it's fine. You could do whatever. But
Oh,
when
you didn't
say
listen to a 4-hour lecture
That's
about
what-
Mr.
no,
Furley,
no,
bro.
I don't know what else.
not
I would go
bad.
watch that
You don't
lecture.
know what else I've done in my life.
It's the catching a plane ride. That's the part, dude.
But
Yeah,
you
I
can't
get it.
just listen to him anyway.
I feel you, but you
If
know
they
what
were
I
doing
mean?
it at the George R. Brown and he like rode his bike over there, I'd be like, oh, that sounds like a
that
cool
sounds
afternoon.
fucking cool.
Y'all just go up to the Catskills in the autumn and then spend some time in New York.
I'll be in New York in December,
All right.
so I'll like I'll already be there.
Are you going to
know
go
what
see
I
a
mean?
lecture?
No, it's not like, oh, here's a lecture. I didn't, book the flight. Like, there's a lecture. Who the fuck?
Fuck.
Were you late for class? Like, that's the only time you book a flight for a lecture.
Lecture's the
It's
wrong
when you
word.
got
Lecture-
3 credits left.
lecture-
And you're like, I really got to get to fucking philosophy class.
Lecture is the wrong word. Talk.
That lecture's good for half a credit at the end of the year. I'm just 2 credits shy of
I
graduating.
can't even fucking.
If I'm hurting your head or the sinuses are. This is
It's both, dude. I'm fucking fucked right now. No, I'm glad you went and did that. It's just
I wasn't.
hilarious. It was just a funny. I wasn't expecting. You like, I was in New York. I'm like, oh, okay, great. And he like heard a lecture. My favorite author.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck? Is this nigga wearing an ascot right now? Like, what the fuck?
I should.
Yeah, you
get
should have had like one of them mock necks on and shit. Like,
ascot with that hat. That's
Yeah,
exactly
absolutely.
what the hell.
Bro, can you get a sleeveless turtleneck?
All you need's a dickie.
oh my
A
god.
what?
A dickie. You know what a dickie is?
All right.
Nomex?
No, a dickie.
Dickies?
A dickie.
Shut up.
A dickie.
No.
You know what a dickie is, right?
What are you saying?
It looks like a turtleneck, and then it's just got a
Oh,
little piece
yeah.
that comes down like this, and a little piece in the back, and you wear it under a regular shirt or a vest or whatever.
Like priest clothes?
And it looks like you have a turtleneck on. It's called a dickie.
Preacher clothes.
No. A dickie.
Why would you do
I don't know
this?
why I keep saying that. Like he's going to suddenly get it. 'cause I keep
Or like
saying
it's going to be
dicky.
any less awkward. You look at me dead in the eye
dicky.
saying that word.
Dicky.
What-
A dicky, Slade.
Why would I ever?
Have you ever looked at Dickies?
And what is where would you buy a
You
Dickie?
didn't see no Dickies at the
How
lecture?
big do you like your dick?
Where would you? I prefer no Dickies.
At some
Where-
sort of mid to high end clothing shop, I would think.
So if I went to a I don't know the name of one.
I mean, I don't think they got them at Brooks Brothers, but they probably got them at Dillard's or whatever.
Okay.
Dude,
And you
I'm
walk in and ask for a Dickie, and nobody's gonna throw you out or
No,
call
they'll
security.
show you to the Dickies.
No, they're not. No, they're
Come
not.
right along. We keep our Dickies.
You're gonna
over
walk
here.
out with a pair of khakis.
Yes.
That's the only Dickies that I know.
That's all I know.
Yeah,
Th-
that-
that's what I was thinking. They were
Well,
Nomex.
they
They're
don't
not.
have
They're
to
khaki
do
pants.
Dillard's.
He's describing a Dickie.
A Dickie.
Those are Dickies. These are a Dickie. It's more definite.
I
It's
don't-
you learned that in the class, right? Too.
yeah,
anyway.
100%. One's plural.
yeah.
One's singular.
One singular.
One's an anti-Dickie and one's a pro
Pro
Dickie.
Dickie, right?
What's going on
Dickie.
here?
One you wear
I'm
with Chuck
anti-Dickie
Taylor's.
myself.
A Dickie. No, I will. I
Never
will
heard of a
never
Dickie.
wear a
Yeah,
Dickie.
it's like a fake turtleneck that you wear under your.
So you're not hot.
The Hangover, I think.
Zach Galifianakis,
Yeah, I think he's wearing a Dickie in one of those.
and you wear it
Oh, I know
so
what
that
you're
you
talking about,
just
yeah.
have the collar, but none of the weight.
Yeah,
of the
it's
extra
just like
shirt.
a fake, and it goes under your shirt, and it looks like you're wearing like a nice turtleneck or whatever. If you're into that sort of thing,
It's like a clip-on.
I've never worn a
shirt.
turtleneck, so
It's a clip-on shirt.
yeah, it's like a fake shirt. Yeah. I never worn a turtleneck. They don't make them my neck size, you know.
Clip-on shirt is fucking. Dude,
if
just
I wear a
imagine
turtleneck, I'm
that.
gonna choke to death.
It's the funniest shit ever. Clip-on shirt. Oh my fucking god, dude.
That's all I can see. That's what I see right now.
A clip-on shirt.
Well,
What are we describing, Jerry?
A Dickie.
Who made that?
I find it like weird that I'm the only person who knows about this.
I find it weird that you do know that anyone knows about. Why would anyone? Where would this ever?
I'm not a big turtleneck wearer. I just know
So
they
who's- okay,
exist.
well,
It was an
let's-
easy joke there that I didn't do.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna do
Thank
it.
you.
But go ahead.
Appreciate it.
You're not a big neck guy.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like,
I am a big neck guy. That's the problem.
okay.
Who
a no-neck
is the
guy, whatever you'll call it.
demographic?
A neck.
Who's the demographic that wears? I want them backwards. Let's go back.
Theater kids.
Who wears? Okay, maybe is
I
it
would
who
guess.
wears Dickies?
I used to see it on a lot of church people.
Okay,
I don't know.
priest clothes. That's
Or
what I
that,
said. That's
yeah.
what I felt. So
Not priest. That's different.
preacher clothes.
The
Yeah,
priest
that
is-
has a whole
that's
nother
different.
name.
Oh, like with the priest collar?
Yeah,
What we
that-
talking
that has
about?
a whole name.
Yeah.
What is it called?
I don't know what it's
Priesty
called. I've
or some
heard
shit. I don't
they
know.
usually
A
call
Dickie.
it a Dickie,
A
right?
Dickie.
Yeah.
A Dickie.
A Dickie. A Dickie.
I don't think that's called a Dickie. I don't think priests are allowed to say that.
Yeah.
I don't think
Phil
priests
probably
are
went
allowed-
in there.
Priests get in
Where
trouble
have
for
you
talking
seen
about their
one at?
Dickies. I saw Zach Galifianakis wear one in a movie, and I was like, "What the hell
think
is
it
he
was-
wearing?"
Okay.
That's how you found out. You saw
Yeah.
him wear that in The Hangover,
and
you
he
Googled
looked it
this?
up.
I asked my wife what that. I was like, "What is this half a shirt?" She goes, "That's a Dickie. You don't know what a Dickie is?" And I felt like an idiot, so I had to Google Dickie,
Oh. Do you
and
see
then
this
now I
shit?
know what a Dickie is.
So now, when other people,
A Dickie.
that's a Dickie. Okay, Jesus, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Also, I resent the fact that you gonna come in here and act like we should both know what the fuck a Dickie is, even when you were one who didn't know what a Dickie was
Well,
and
y'all-
felt like a dumbass when your wife told you what it was. For a moment, you were sitting there ignorant like the two of us, just
Exactly.
watching The Hangover, wondering what this dumb piece of cloth was, and now you gonna look down your dumb necklace nose at us? No. I
Well,
say no.
Y'all are more fashion forward than I am, so I just
I-
assumed you
okay,
two would know
well.
what Dickies were.
Yeah, we do. We
you
don't
know
know
all
what.
the
We've been
high-end
keeping this
clothes.
secret from you for years, Jerry.
Um.
Damn
You
it,
know a
you're
lot
on
about
to us.
high-end clothing and
Yeah,
stuff.
but I
You-
ain't.
You
I
do
never-
Skechers didn't make
that
dress
look like,
shoes, and
that looked like a dog's fucking sweater. Or some
It's
shit.
the
Like
dumbest
shit
thing
you
in the
put
world.
on a
Yeah,
dog.
it's
Look
really
like a
dumb.
knitted bib.
I couldn't see a reason to ever wear one, but we were talking about you going to watch another 4-hour lecture, and I think you need a Dickie.
I can't with Slade
It seems like a good place.
knitted bib, dude. I can't fucking. That's exactly.
Doesn't
what
a
the fuck
4-hour
it looks
lecture
like.
seem like a good place to wear a Dickie? Now that you've seen one?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Now that we've all seen one, can we admit they
Loafers-
do look moderately comfortable?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, if
I
you
don't
didn't
know.
wear nothing
yeah.
else.
Yeah, to like sit on.
Perhaps if you were in upstate New York and say a lecture,
Yeah.
would they not be a little
I'm gonna tell you this. It's funny to me if you're that kind of person in New York. like
Oh,
if
if my
he's in a
bag that I
Dickie
pack
wearing
there-
motherfucker. Like we're like, what the fuck?
If I got an ascot and a jacket with those with the patches on the sleeve.
No, but they're Mandalorian patches.
And there's no hat.
Yeah,
There's no
no
hat.
hat or nothing. He's just, hello guys. He's doing a lot of this shit with his hair.
He's got
Lot of
glasses
fluff,
on.
yeah.
My alter ego.
Neil
You guys,
Gaiman,
you guys are on to
You here
me.
to see Neil Gaiman, guys?
Anyone else?
Guys, let's go have some French dip sandwiches after this. You sure? Yeah. A lot of all Jew. You know,
All
it's
Jew.
very
I don't think you can say all Jew because that got Kanye
well, not
in
right
trouble.
now. But not right now.
And Palestine.
Yeah,
apparently.
you can't. You can't.
all
say
Jew
that
got
right
Kanye
now.
in a lot of trouble. I
We're
remember.
avoiding.
No, I got him in a lot of trouble. Well, that and you know.
All the other stuff you
And
said
just
before.
showing up to Skechers unannounced. That's got to be fucked up to just you show up to Skechers like, come on, y'all got to have me. They're like, no, we're not gonna ruin our brand. They make a lot of money.
Skechers does well.
Well, it was funny. He showed up there and like their top
You
buyers
didn't know
are
our full name.
Jewish.
You didn't know our full name was Sketcherman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sketcherstein. Funny, yeah.
Sketchervice. Just
Yeah.
Oh fuck, man. You guys have brought up something about the what I was saying. My brain is fucked up.
Oh,
y'all.
when you were
I'm
talking
so
about
sorry. But it
people
was just
taking original ideas and
yeah. Well, it's just
Like
like
playing short-handed, and he's got
Yeah.
a broken hockey stick.
I can't even fucking yeah, man. I'm
all right.
sorry, y'all.
I'll play.
we're
This
here to
is
work.
Fucking brutal, but
I like watching it.
can an original like the person that like created something, the originator, right?
Like the first person to do something.
Let's go like
Can you give us an example?
well, there's only one that comes to my stupid mind.
That's okay.
Simone Biles.
But
Something we know.
no, not Simone Biles. You might not know, but he might know.
Well, I didn't
It's
like the way you
it's
said
sports
that.
Related.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's
Never
sport-
mind.
There you go. Yeah, just sit over
Fair,
there and
fair.
smoking your Yukon. for
it's
a
an
second.
author, Jerry.
Yeah.
I know authors.
It's
damn
a coach that wears a dickie. Anyway, no, but like Johnny Unitas, right? Is he's the originator of what we know as the 2-minute drill in football. So when there's 2 minutes left in the game, Jerry, there's a 2-minute drive. You're trying to get the ball from one end to the field to score a touchdown or put your team in scoring position.
It's
whether
a
it be
certain strategy you play
Yeah.
when there's a certain condition.
when there's
on
a
the
certain
field.
amount. You got 2 minutes left in the game.
Is it called trying to win in 2 minutes?
Yes,
Trying
but
to
it's a
win
very
2 minutes.
specific.
Okay.
But
style
But
of
somebody
play.
had to invent that. People didn't
Well-
just go, "Oh fuck, there's only 2 minutes left. We got to try to win."
We should hurry.
Nobody
Yeah.
just come up with that on their own.
Yes, but what he said is the
Okay.
strategy to it is
Okay.
that you have sort of like these set plays that you run. You get it down, you spike the ball, you try to get out of you do stuff
It's like special point type shit.
type of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. So Johnny Unitas is a guy that like originated that. But then there's obviously like guys like a Peyton Manning and a Tom Brady. These guys that end up perfecting it. But when you start to create these lists, this guy gets kind of he's obviously at this point he's left off a list as
Well-
far as that goes because these other guys come in and they excel so highly.
Okay, go ahead.
So, do you feel like that is just the evolution of something that if somebody the originator is to be left off, or should they be placed like in their own sort of space, like they live in their own space?
Interesting.
I feel like whoever creates the original concept or whatever first makes it work. There's a lot of people who have created original concepts but haven't executed them well or done anything with them throughout history. But I think whoever creates an original concept and makes it work, executes it properly the first time, that person should always be recognized as, hey, this is some bitch that come up with this idea.
Yeah.
Now, granted, somebody comes along and figures out a lot better way to do it, makes it look a lot better, then that person should be getting the lion's share of the pride at the moment or the lion's share of the credit at the moment, I think.
Well,
Okay.
to me, like
Yeah,
there's so many iterations of things, right? Like I'm trying to take the telephone. You got
Right.
Alexander Graham Bell, right? That's who invented the telephone? If I'm not an idiot. He should certainly get credit for that's like.
Sorry.
Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Okay.
But it's the way you said it.
Well, I might be.
If it's him, I'm not an idiot.
Well, because I might be. It might
No,
be.
it's
Well,
Adam
it's
Sandler
like,
Graham,
Edison is whatever
The light bulb guy.
associated with all these inventions, but he didn't really invent shit.
Correct.
He stole them from everybody.
So, but assume that he did invent the telephone, right?
Alexander
You can't.
Graham Bell.
He can't
Yeah.
be the only. Like at some point, Steve Jobs does get credit for something, right?
Got you. I
He
see what
is
you're
because
saying.
at that point, I don't. So I guess my point is, all along the way, you have so many different steps, right? You got the old rotary dial phone. You got whatever they used on the call operator. You got first cell phones, the old bricks or the car. I don't know that every one of those deserves its seat at the table, but like those benchmarks that really raise the bar, do. Like whoever ran the first marathon absolutely should.
Okay.
But the record gets broken every year.
Yeah.
At what point is like the modern dude who ran the marathon? So that's where I kind of get lost on things that are like constantly improving.
Yeah.
I think it really isn't like if you're thinking of software
Okay.
or whatever, like when they put out updates, when they change the number to the left of the decimal,
Yeah.
it's some new shit. When they change it to the right of the like 3.1 is no different from 3.2. But
Got you.
4 is some new shit.
Got
And
you.
that's kind of how I am with stuff like this. You really have to elevate.
Yeah.
Like Simone Biles is a good example, right? She
Okay.
does a trick that's never been done before.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow, someone else will do it. And it just really required someone showing it was possible
Yeah.
to get someone else to do it. Now,
That's the 4-minute mile.
yes, 100%. Roger Bannister?
I don't know. I
Uh,
just know somebody ran a
but-
mile in 4 minutes.
yes,
one time.
and then immediately it becomes
Takes
the new
me 20.
benchmark. God damn, you can do. I don't know. I could do 20 right now.
I could do a 20-minute mile
You
right
would
now.
beat me. But those are kind of that's how I look at it. Like you really have to do something level jumping to, I think, get some credit.
Past the originator is what
Well
you're saying?
past the originator. Yeah.
What
Well
about
past it.
stories and stuff? So, like, we were talking about Pygmalion theme,
Mhm.
and then My Fair Lady, and then there's Pretty Woman, and then there's just all these iterations
Correct.
that become better and better and better for the most part.
Yes.
You know, as production
part, yeah.
gets
But-
better and filmography gets better and
Mhm.
actors get more intense or whatever the fuck actors are
Mhm.
doing. And so you have to recognize those achievements, I think, in the current time frame. You
Yeah,
have to
but you
go,
don't-
look, oh, this was an incredible flick. You did a great job. Sure, it's based on this theme that's already been written 100,000 years ago, but I guarantee you couldn't sit nobody in a room and have them watch Pygmalion
Fair, but
versus
the,
My Fair Lady and them go, oh, that's the same movie. They,
No.
you know,
Okay.
But
Okay.
the success there, the victory there, isn't the story. It's all of the other. It's the way the story's told,
Yeah.
right? Nobody's going, hey, they wrote the most original story we've ever seen in our life. You go,
Okay.
no, the flashes and bangs and production and cinematography and all
Yeah.
of that was extraordinary, and that's the vehicle you used.
Yeah.
And that's the. When was the last time you heard someone go, oh my God, that was the most incredibly original story I've ever heard? Like when? You
I don't know.
You can't.
Well, one of the things that made me think about this is the inventor of the rom-com.
Okay.
Which, I mean, I don't know if I guess I'll say his name, but
Yeah.
Woody Allen, right?
Uh-huh.
He invents the rom-com. It's still Annie Hall's still the only comedy to sweep at the Academy Awards, right? It's the only one to sweep. And now it's to the point where like it's very difficult to watch a rom-com.
Almost impossible.
It's so predictable. It's so
Yeah.
but and then even when you go and you watch Annie Hall, it's done in a way that's not even like what everybody has copied.
Right.
Right? They've cut it down to where it's just the big
So-
beats of it.
Well, they've codified it for sure.
Well,
But
it's-
what he
it's-
did was his own creation,
There's some
which is why I
because
think
there's
it
some
stands out.
there's some messiness in Annie Hall.
Yeah.
Now we're what? How many years? 60 years? How far removed?
Wait,
77.
which one is Annie? Is that the one about the girl in Oklahoma?
No, that's Annie Oakley.
Oh, okay. What's Annie? Well, it was a comedy. It was a comedy too, right? I mean, it's pretty funny.
Man,
That girl could shoot like a son bitch.
This motherfucker here, you kill me every time we do this. It's some shit. You gonna fucking take it a
that
place.
carnival shooter girl.
I mean, we in here. He was like, "What's that?" That's Annie Oakley. It's like that's not fucking. That's
It was
totally
still really
different.
funny though.
So,
He didn't sweep at the fucking.
Well,
So-
no, I don't. I
but
wasn't around.
these modern
I
films.
got you though.
The bigger point.
God, I
it's-
can't laugh.
So
because I
seven.
want-
You said 77.
1977.
So 50 years. The that had some slot. Now everything's so efficient. This is the formula.
right.
We've been save the catted to death, right? The formulas of here's what happens on this page and this page and this page and yada yada yada. A rom-com is the most predictable 92 pages of
that's right.
writing you can possibly do. You
Yeah.
plug and play. So to that end, it's just been optimized. This is the most efficient way to tell that kind of story, which is there's only one.
Last time I read something that I thought nobody's ever told a story like this was Stan Lee, and I was like 13.
See, this will get you to listen to a comic book writer in New York.
If it's Stan
That's the
Lee,
kind
but
of
you're talking
thinking-
about some guy nobody knows. I mean, I'm just
No, are you crazy?
I love you. I'm sorry. He's crying. You're like, hey, I went and saw Stan Lee for 4 hours in New York. But
I
God
thought
damn,
this
boy.
would have been our last episode.
He
That
talked about
hurts.
the Hulk. I want to go see that.
That hurts so bad,
Didn't
Jerry.
Didn't it?
I'm just fucking.
Who's
with
your
y'all.
favorite Arthur?
Elvis, and I hate that
Oh
motherfucker
fuck!
too.
I can't even breathe.
Favorite author?
Dude, y'all are killing me right now. That hurts so bad.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. I was like,
That is
I, was
your
like, I
favorite.
didn't know he
fucking-
wrote anything. He didn't even write no songs.
Oh my god.
I mean, he got a writing credit, but that was a bully move. Surprised Elvis don't have some book writing credit somewhere.
Oh my god. Yeah, he probably did.
With Colonel Tom, shit, he could have got him.
Surprised he didn't write something formerly written by Dick Gregory or
Yeah, that's a
formerly
nice book,
written
Dr.
Dick
Joan.
Gregory.
so pathetic.
Yeah, believe it or not, Elvis wrote "And Still I Rise." Elvis, that was an Elvis.
He wrote, "I know why the cage bird
Bird
sings."
sings. Yeah, that was Elvis,
Elvis
dude.
wrote a
Yeah.
lot of. Or he would have if he'd gone that direction.
He would have. Yeah.
My favorite author is James Lee Burke.
James Lee Burke.
Yeah,
What did he write? The Dukes
He's
of
read
Hazzard?
no, he's won 3 or 4 Edgar Awards.
But was he
Writes a lot of fiction, a lot of stuff historically about southern Texas and southern Louisiana. And
Would you catch a
the way
flight
our
to hear his
community's
lecture?
formed.
You wouldn't
That's
have
what
to.
we're asking.
Well, no, I could just drive to Lake Charles.
Oh, Lake Charles. Man, I'm fucking done. Oh my
I think you could catch a bus.
fucking god. Lake Charles.
But I would
Oh,
probably
my.
like
His lecture on a mega bus.
I would probably like go do some gambling and then like catch him at the casino or
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
Speaking in the Jack
At
Daniels.
the Jack
lounge.
Daniel at La Bar.
Yeah, dude. If you can eat boudin before this guy's lecture, I don't think I'm gonna fucking go.
Yeah.
I think
could
you
eat
would have more
gator.
fun at my lecture than his lecture.
Oh yeah. I'm sure if
Yeah,
you-
but that's just because of the washboard player.
yeah. I'm sure you could bring a gun into your lecture.
Yeah, well, fuck,
And a
yeah,
couple other
yeah.
things.
Or buy one there.
Yeah.
Bring Cash Alley, baby.
Oh my
I
god.
know Lake Charles.
Get it on the
me.
drive-through.
Yeah, Lake Charles.
Get
Ain't no
you a
Whole Foods
daiquiri
there.
and a 9mm.
That's
Oh fuck. But
That's-
you know, I think about like with something like that, though, like something like an Andy Hall and shit like that, where these people kind of, even in music, like these people make a thing and then somebody just copycats it to fucking death. But it made me think like in this era that we live in, where everything is so expedited and it's like so kind of instantaneous. Well, when you get on the internet now on social media, that's all you really see. You just see a bunch of
Copy.
the copycat.
Well,
you see the copycat.
You'll
the
see
copycat.
one trending video
That's right.
that came out new, and it'll have this stupid song in it that you hate. And then tomorrow there will be a million of those videos with the same stupid song doing the same stupid little thing or
but
whatever.
look at the. This is not a modern problem. And if you go back,
that's
this,
what I'm- that's
agree.
what
I
I'm
agree.
this is a.
That's
But
what
this is a. It is exponentially worse in the modern era because of the technological ability for everyone to participate, right?
Yes.
Because back in the day, AC/DC comes out.
Okay.
How many of those bands in the 80s ended
Yeah,
up sounding just like
Hair
that?
metal.
When you look at
Hair
grunge,
metal was everybody grunge.
Nirvana
God.
comes out. How quickly did that sound that became when
Black
Creed,
Hole Sun and all that shit showed up.
everything else showed up in the grunge era, and then whatever happened in that late 90s, 2000 era where Creed came out and that begat
Yeah,
Nickelback
everybody-
and
yeah,
30
yeah.
Doors Down and all
the
of these
big monster rock anthems.
those
and-
bands. So
but there's always once again, you look. Yes, Nirvana gets a seat at the table because Kurt Cobain did something nobody else is doing yet. But
Suicide?
I put the whole cat. But
It was right there.
No, not even at
No,
27. He didn't even have it. It's literally.
he had the wildest suicide ever. His wife helped
Right.
him.
So, it was assisted. Yeah.
Fucking, she was Mrs. Gavorkian or whatever the shit.
Mrs.
But
Gavorkian.
but arguably, there's bands that did it better.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but yes.
I mean, look at Pearl Jam's whole catalog versus.
But Pearl Jam and Nirvana were not. Pearl Jam's not a
both
Nirvana
grunge?
spinoff. They
I didn't say they were,
But they're also not capitalizing on. They were.
but they did
same-
capitalize on grunge.
But Pearl Jam's equally, if not more, responsible for grunge
Pearl
than
Jam?
than
Probably,
Nirvana
yeah,
by a long
I'd
shot.
agree
If you
with
go
that.
back to Stone Gossard and
that's
Mike
fair, that's
McCready and
fair,
Green
that's fair,
River
that's
and
fair, that's fair.
Ultra Wood.
Okay,
yeah.
Soundgarden,
Okay, Soundgarden too. But when you're talking about
Alice in Chains.
you're
I will
talking-
find one eventually.
Okay, you got to get out of the big four. Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains. Get out of that, and then and Screaming Trees and a couple others.
Chain
He's gonna
smokers.
name every band he
I
can
have
think
no
of.
idea what I'm talking- I just
But
want
once
to be in. I don't know who the fuck.
But
They
once
sound like a good grunge band.
you once you start getting to like I use Creed and some of those others as examples that were to me the second iteration of you had grunge and then you had the rest of America trying to make grunge. That's where Seven Mary 3 in Florida.
Well, yeah, it was
and
like
these guys in Mississippi.
Bon Jovi and Motley Crue and who's Guns N' Roses probably, and then after that you had White Line and the Bullet Boys
Yes.
and all that kind of.
But yeah, grunge just happened to be super local. Well, and I guess a lot of that cock rock did in L.A. But wherever something is local and then it kind of explodes, you have all of the people in that scene. And then as it bleeds out into the country, people go, oh, that's cool. Let's do this. That's how you get grunge bands in Florida.
Yeah.
And then that's where I think you just drop off the chart. Like I could put
I
any
think
one of
that's
those
how you
grunge
get Limp
bands.
Bizkit.
Yeah, it is 100%. It's how you get rap rock combos and all of that stuff. Is everybody going, well, this is cool.
But does somebody ever do it better than the original?
That's it. Yeah.
So, well, look at let's take a genre like rap rock.
That's not a good genre.
It's not
Let's
a good
pick
genre.
a different genre.
But let's
Who did it the best?
Where
Who
is-
did it the best? Right.
Look,
That's what you're
before we get to the best,
Let's-
where is
who
the
did it
first-
good?
Where's
Where's
the
the
first
first?
merger of
Run DMC
I'm
and
gonna go
Aerosmith.
Beastie Boys.
Run DMC and Aerosmith
Aerosmith.
is strong?
Is it Beastie Boys?
Ooh,
Because
Yeah.
they're kind of
they're
that-
doing.
But they
doing,
started out pure hip hop and then went more rock.
later.
Yeah.
That's the two branches of the same tree in a weird sort of way.
I see what you mean.
But if that's kind of the beginning of it, right? Aerosmith and a
that's
Run
Run
DMC
DMC,
choosing to mash up and
Yeah.
put
And
out
then
Walk
we-
This
Ice-T
Way.
And then we
and,
ended up with
somebody
Saliva
else.
and fucking Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, by the time you got to Click Click Boom, but you had Ice-T and all
I
of
forgot the other,
Public Enemy
yeah.
and then you
Body
had
Count or something like
yeah
no,
Body
Body
Count.
Count.
That's what
Yeah.
it was. I
That's
said
exactly
Public
what
Enemy.
it's called.
Body Count.
Yeah.
So you had those, and then everything else after that is just kind of fucking rap rock.
He's like pushing the flu vaccine now. That's Ice-T's big campaign right
Oh,
now.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
pushing the flu
Well, he's
vaccine
60.
for 60 years old and
Yeah.
older. And
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
It's Law and Order's not going to do a 45th season, or
Bruh.
whatever it is he's on.
bruh, colors, body count.
Oh, that's what
You
like?
you don't
Like
get to
that?
tell me to take the vaccine, fucker.
Yeah.
All right, get the shot, get shot. It's
Yeah. Well, it's a good-
Everything's about a
mean,
shot with you,
who
Ice.
had the fuck? Somebody had that joke. He had a song called "Cop Killer," and now he's
Oh,
playing
yeah,
a
yeah,
cop
yeah.
in a fucking in
Yeah,
a show.
That's Mungle,
Yeah,
I think, isn't it?
Maybe.
No, I heard it on TV.
Still might be.
Right? No, but it makes me think like in that regard, like so it and how it's all this copycat shit. So I remember seeing like when Jordan Peele put out Get Out, and then there was like these worser versions of these movies of like
Yeah.
the Karen Next Door.
Yeah.
It was like shit
Oh,
like
God,
that,
yeah,
and it was
yeah.
like this.
Well, they did. The worst offenders of that are
Okay.
the Pixar movies. When Kung Fu Panda came out, and then
Okay.
there was like Karate Bear or what, like just
that okay. So these
Armageddon and Deep Impact.
just these sort of knockoff secondary.
they showed
versions.
these beefs between Disney and I want to say DreamWorks or Pixar or something, right? Where they were dropping these movies.
Was it like
back
ants
to
and a
back.
bug?
Oh, they were
life?
fighting,
A
yeah.
Bug's Life.
They were fighting. Oh, yeah.
Fucking Prince of Egypt, The Road to El Dorado. It was like they were
It
like
was a war.
It was like a legit war where they were going back and forth.
It was who could get it out of studio faster.
Yeah.
And we know who had the money.
Yeah.
The people who own ESPN.
Oh, it's you. That's a dip. Y'all can't cancel me.
It is a sandwich dip. It is 100% a sandwich dip. Zhoo.
That you can get at a deli.
Yeah. Primarily delis.
Primarily deli. Yeah.
Zhuis.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
that's a.
Well, it made me think like when somebody's doing it, and then you see all this other shit, then who's, you know what I mean? Like a Thriller now, it feels like I mean, I don't even know if he's doing it well, but it just feels like the person that has a grip on it is Jordan Peele. If he's doing a Thriller, it's like you're going to go see a Jordan Peele Thriller, but everything else is like everybody trying to do.
But Jordan Peele is doing Hitchcock. You know what I mean?
There we
It's
go. And that's what I was
and I
trying
guess
to,
that's
and
kind
that's what
of
I'm trying to see. Okay.
when you go ahead.
That's the stuff I love to see. That's when somebody is so in love with a genre, or so in love, or so passionate about something. There's been lots of blue collar Southern comedians, but I'm trying to do something different than the ones I've seen in the past, the ones I was raised with, the ones I love. I still like. That's where I want to be. That's who I want. I want to be Jerry Clower one day. I want to have that legacy, but I just want it to be mine. Yeah, I'm taking what you did and I'm trying to do it in a newer, more modern way.
It's kind of. I mean, there's 3 billion different ways to play the guitar. You're all still playing the guitar, right? Like at the end of the day, I don't think I can create anything that's never been created. But what I can do is I can take all this experience I've got, all the shit I've seen, the things that I've lived in my life, the way the lasers focus when I look at something, and I can talk about it from that perspective. Because that's it. That's all I got. And I know it's gonna be adjacent to some other people's who've done some similar stuff, but for most people, you haven't been the place. You haven't lived the life I've lived, and I haven't lived the life you've lived, and vice versa. So we're by nature creating something original just by the path you walk. Now, whether that is something that is completely new, what the fuck is pickleball? Does that dude get credit?
Oh,
You know what I
man.
mean?
Pickleball.
You don't get shit for pickleball. That's not a creation.
No, but when you invent laser ball, I think you should get a plaque.
Wait, there's laser ball?
No, it hadn't been
but
invented
that's
yet.
what
I'm
he's
saying when he makes
I
it.
like that, dog. I like that.
Right. Well, it won't be the same guy. And usually people who I think about, like in a neighborhood, right? The first restaurant that opens up in a building, that's going to close.
Okay.
The next 2 or 3, the next place that moves in that didn't have to build it out, that didn't have to do all the restaurant shit, that just showed up and the burners were there and the ovens were there and they bought it and they moved it. That's generally who makes a successful restaurant.
Yeah.
You still have to have those, I guess, coal mine canaries, right? Someone's got to go out and do it first.
Yeah.
And then it's got to suck, or it's got to be just the first time. And that first time is never, by nature, going to be the best time.
Man.
It's just going to be the new thing for a moment and then perfected by someone else.
That half second where Slade thought laser ball was a real thing is maybe the happiest I've ever seen you in my life.
Bro, I was so ready. We quit right now.
I mean, I wasn't there at the lecture. I don't know how smiley you were there, but you looked really happy about laser ball.
Give me a sec.
Oh, he's weighing it. Ladies and gentlemen, Slade is weighing.
What if Neil Gaiman or Gaiman invents laser ball?
I bet he's
Okay.
not good
How
at
about
it.
his
Let's
name?
go play laser ball. I'm in on some laser ball.
Yeah.
Laser ball sounds.
You broke my
Wait, How
heart,
do you
man.
do it? Break down laser balls if you had to, buddy.
Well, you need a laser.
And no cats. That's gonna fuck the whole game up.
No,
buddy.
weirdly, the whole defensive strategy is cats.
That's your goalie.
14 cats are your goalies, and your job is to get the laser.
We just
so
got
much
one
shit. Into the
waterhead
net.
from Georgia kicking a ball around in the middle of a field, and everybody's at a goal with a laser and cats.
Oh my god.
You tell me this wouldn't do better in bars than pickleball.
Man, pickleball is taking over. It's just
Because they haven't seen a laser pointer, 14
I
cats, and some
know.
rednecks with a soccer
And
ball,
it's-
Trey.
I bet there's no pickleball in the Catskills.
It's,
We play tennis,
Do you
young
know I
man.
learned-
We play.
plenty of pickles though.
I didn't know there was. I didn't. know.
It's a deli joke.
you.
Exactly. It's the
We got to
same.
get out of here. We're out of time.
This episode's never going to get aired.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, look, it didn't record.
It's going to be
that's-
redacted heavily.
We're saying it right.
That's such a.
JUIS.
Oh no, I cut you guys off way back at the lecture jokes. We never got to
Our
the.
mics
We
are
never
never
got to
on.
the racism.
Oh, that's
We do have to go.
If we never got to the racism, there'd be no way there'd be 1,000 episodes.
Oh,
Andy-
right. That's 900 of our shit.
It's literally 2,000 of them.
Yeah.
Anything you're
2,000 of
pimping,
them.
pushing, talking about that you want to get out, this is going up sometime in October, probably this week, and definitely before Halloween.
Oh, if it's going up this week, catch me at Devil's Bowl Speedway in Mesquite, Texas. I'm going to be doing a meet and greet at the World of Outlaws merch trailer and driving the pace truck, and we're going to do a lot of fun stuff up there, and it's the very last time they're ever going to run at that track because they're closing that track down permanently.
And spoiler alert, there's going to be wasp hollering.
Or it might be some laser ball. You're going to be mad you missed out.
Don't say I'll drive right up there right now. As I went to New York to listen to a guy talk about writing. You think I won't go watch you catch
You ought to
wasps
go
in
with me,
Dallas?
man. We have fun.
I tell
not
you
a-
what won't be there. Anything that goes well with French dip. So that's my way to dance around that.
There will be no roast beef.
There'll
in
be
there.
no roast beef, brother.
Right.
Circled on back around.
Pretty much it's going to be hot dog water, buddy.
I don't even know. October
Nathan's
21st.
famous. They're kosher.
I don't think it's them.
October 21st. Part 2 of my quarter special comes out. I don't know what it's called. I don't know none of that, but I know it'll come up on the Riot Comedy Club's page. So part 2 of that is going to
less
premiere
blissful.
Nice.
Saturday morning. More blissful?
Less blissful.
Less blissful.
Blissfuller.
Yeah. Blissfuller. Yeah, I don't know what they called it, but that comes out Saturday, and I'll be in
I think it should be
Washington,
called
D.C.
Au jus.
You'll be in Washington, D.C. with Ali Sadiq.
Yeah. For the taping of Domino Effect 3 and 4.
That's not a small
So,
thing,
man,
Trey
huge.
Tutson.
Kick ass.
I'm doing a bunch of DC shit when I'm out there too.
Oh, you should go to a museum. Go.
I heard Neil's doing a lecture
Oh,
at
You,
yeah.
go, you went to the Smithsonian. Were you with us when we did DC? Wasn't you?
No, that was just you and Jerry.
No, not the me
No,
and
we
Jerry
just-
trip. Me and Jerry went to DC. Me and I thought it was Sam and.
No.
All right, anyway.
No.
We went to.
The
all right.
only thing I did with you in DC was fly into Dulles to fly to Kosovo.
Yeah.
That's all we did.
You've never
until
taken
got
Trey
there.
anywhere where there's black people.
That's a good way to keep track of that.
Fair, right?
And with that,
Motherfucker.
we bid you adieu. 1066 in the can. Chicken back at house doing the Lord's work. We hit the button for you. Cheers to all of you. Cherry Wayne Longmire, Trey Tutson. I'm at the Improv January 10th. It's too early to get. It's not early. You can get your tickets now.
Get the tickets now.
I've sold we've moved like a bunch of tickets
That's
already.
good,
I'm
man.
excited. I'm doing a brand new hour. We'll see what happens. You guys are probably on the show. I don't know. Everybody should do it. We'll see.
You know what makes an excellent Christmas gift for your wife? Or ticket to Slade Ham.
There. Oh,
You might get to see her cry in the kitchen or
That-
something.
We're the Whiskey Brothers, where you can find all things us online at Praise Whiskey or at the Whiskey Brothers. We'll see you on an episode.
I believe in good whiskey, and I believe in good times. I believe in good music, loud guitars, cold